In the city, on the hill, when we roam, be a walking metropolis. Yeah, so tell me, who will stop us? It's a lifestyle and man, not a hobby. Got it. Mom said it be days like this. Chaos in the air in the mist. Feeling like it's the Matrix. The Joker got a handful of tricks. Officer, don't shoot me down. While my own crime trying to put me down. Rather be up and down. Raising my family, serving that one with the crown. The world polluted, we are not delusional. Beat the script, it ain't new there. At least I hope. I hate confusion. Hate the base and what they do to us. My issues got issues. My brother in prison, so hand me some tissue. And when he hit me on the phone, he tell me that God is with you. A true bless him. Even our lessons is blessings. What think you view when it's treacherous? Who gon' stand up for the message? The beginning of the last days. Who gon' stand up for the king? I know how real freedom rings. Psalm 106.
Yeah, I'm walking streets of gold. He say move, so watch me go. Let the light, so watch me blow. He the light, so watch me glow. Yeah. Watch me glow. Yeah. Watch me glow. Watch me glow. Watch me glow.
Mama said there be days like this. The gun go.
Yo! Shout out to my brother Nat Man. Shout out to my brother Nat Man. Shout out to my brother Nat Man, looking like Jason Weaver up in there. Welcome to yet another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I'm your host with the most, keeping it 100 from coast to coast. Through God I boast. ADQ. It is Saturday, August the 14th. 2021. I want to give a birthday shout out, first of all, to my mother. My mother. It is her birthday today. Happy birthday to my mom. I want to say happy birthday to Magic Johnson. Happy birthday to my Aunt Kathy. Happy birthday to this girl I briefly dated. I ain't gonna say her name online. Let's see. Who else birthday is today? Happy birthday to everybody whose birthday, is today. August 14th was a dope day because a queen was born today. My queen mother. Happy birthday. Thank you all for tuning in to ADQ's Renaissance. It is going to be a dope, wonderful, incredible episode today. Before I continue, I want to say shout out to my brother, Tony Bradley, for coming on. On Sunday, dope episode, incredible. Love chopping up with the brother. He has great taste in music. He is a great actor. He has horrible taste in football teams. The Dallas Cowboys suck. Shout out to Miss Carol Walton. Shout out to Miss Carol Walton for allowing me to come through last night and spit at the artist block. If you all haven't seen that, it's on my Instagram. You can check that out. It's on my Facebook. You can check that out. And it will be on my YouTube. You could subscribe to that and check that out. You know what I'm saying? Also, hit up ADQ4Christ@gmail.com if you would like to join the ADQ book club. That's right. I just want to throw that out there. Yesterday was the 101st anniversary of the red, black, and green Pan-African flag, started by the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Now, that is the only flag that I pledged to. If you happen to notice that the coloring of ADQ's Renaissance is red, black, and green, it's because of that. If you ever notice on my play posters, I utilize red, black, and green because of that. Because of the beautiful red, black, and green. Red for the African blood of the African diaspora that we all have. Black for this incredibly beautiful melanin that we have. Green because we were the first people to walk this earth. It's a scientific fact that the first ever person to walk planet Earth was in what became Africa, and it was a black person. So, I'm going to recite for you all in poetic voice The Universal Ethiopian Anthem, poem by Benjamin Burrell and UNIA music director Arnold J. Ford. Ethiopia, thou land of our fathers, thou land where the gods love to be. As storm at night suddenly gathers, our armies came rushing to thee. We must in the fight be victorious when swords are thrust outward to gleam. For us will the victory be glorious when led by the red, the black, the green. Ethiopia, the tyrants failing, who smote thee upon thy knees, and thy children are lustily calling from over the distant seas. Jehovah the Great One has heard us, has known our sighs and our tears. With his spirit of love, he has stirred us to be the one through the coming years. O Jehovah, thou God of the ages, grant unto our sons that lead the wisdom that thou gave to thy sages when Israel was sore in need. Thy voice through the dim has spoken. Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hand. By thee shall all fetters be broken, and heaven bless our dear fatherland. Advance, advance to victory. Let Africa be free. Advance to meet the foe with the might of the red, the black, the green. Most beautiful flag ever. Y'all like my shirt? So, with that being said, let's get into our guest. Our guest came on my peripheral, came on my Rolodex because, Spring Theater blessed me with admission to their most recent production, which was Hairspray. I watched Hairspray. I'm digging the music. I'm wondering, is the movie this good? I'm thinking about how I saw Chicago on Broadway a couple of years ago, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I was like, yo, I could stay home and I could watch the daggone DVD for this. I saw the singing, I saw the dancing, I saw the movies, I saw all of that, and then I saw a young lady who portrayed the role of Motor Mouth. I was wondering when the black girl magic will rear its beautiful face. And it was through this young lady it happened. This young lady just recently joined a previous guest of ours, Miss Brianna Witherspoon, on her One Night Only singing. Oh, man, I wish I could have seen that, but I was spitting them bars, you know what I'm saying? This young lady, has been in Memphis, Carrie, Ghost, and most recently Hairspray, Heavenly Blues, Jumpin' Jazz, all of that. She has been decorated, and she's been only at this for 2 years, y'all. 2 years. 2 years. Can you believe that? Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have her, and we're about to chop it up with her. Please welcome to ADQ's Renaissance, Miss Morrissa Ravenell. She need to come on this mug before I gonna butcher her name anymore. Peace, Queen.
Hello.
Please, pronounce your name again since I just butchered it.
It's Morrissa.
Morrissa.
Yes.
Ravenell.
Yeah.
Morrissa Ravenell. Say it with me. Morrissa
Ravenell. Yes.
I'm ashamed of myself. It's bad enough that I be mispronouncing my own last name, but I'm mispronouncing your name too. Bad Adrian. How are you doing this fine, stormy Saturday evening?
I'm good. Enjoying the weather.
This is Netflix chill. If you're not single, cuddle up with your boo and listen to the rain type weather, right?
It is.
It totally is. So you're first of all, I want to say, as I said before we went on air, I've seen 1960s you, but 2021 you look completely different. Like, no, that was a wig, right? All them curls, that was a wig, right?
It was a wig, yes.
I figured as much. And you didn't have your glasses. What were you wearing contacts during that performance?
No, I actually, every performance that I do, I don't wear my glasses on purpose, so I can't see people's faces.
You don't want to see people's faces?
No.
May I ask why not?
I have this thing, called stage fright. And so when I go on stage, although I've been like singing on stages for a while, I still get nervous. And so if I can't see how people are responding, even if they like it, if I can't see it, then I'm in my own bubble.
I feel you. I feel you. You can build up your own world and see how you will operate in that world of which you are acting in, well, living in, existing in as a character while in your bubble.
Yeah.
So before we get into the the hairspray, I always wonder why in the world is it called hairspray? It always, it doesn't seem to be no
Bless you.
Thank you. When I saw it, didn't seem to be no philosophical meaning behind hairspray. Just, hey, honey, here's some hairspray. Here, honey, don't forget your hairspray. I never understood why is it called hairspray.
Well, it's called hairspray because of the nature behind it is supposed to be the underlying story is based around hairspray. Like, so everybody has really big hair. That's why my blonde wig was like huge. And the Von Tussles, they're supposed to have hair that's really tight. And so like back in the 60s, that's like hairspray was a big thing. And that's why they have, the Miss Hairspray competition and things like that. Everybody's hair is just tight. And like, if you don't have hair that's tight and crispy and crunchy with hairspray, then you're nobody, pretty much.
So by that logic, your and my nappy hair wouldn't be nothing.
Pretty much. But this was also, like I said, in the 60s. So it wasn't, I mean, Black people weren't really considered anyway.
See, it's a good thing I wasn't there, because if they would one hair joke, I'd be like, your mama cockeyed.
You know what?
I want a broke character. I'm sorry. My beautiful life. Right now, but they keep getting in my eyes. All right, so let's go to the beginning. Let's go to the very beginning. First of all, astrological sign. What's the birth date?
Halloween.
Halloween, like actual October 31st, Halloween?
Yeah.
How in the heck were you born on Halloween? I can picture it now. You're being born. Someone says, and someone just scares you out your mom. Boom! Ah! Hey, this is
that's not quite how it went.
Well, you know how it went. You were being born.
I've heard stories, and that wasn't a part of the stories.
That wasn't part of the stories?
No.
Okay, so that would make you a Scorpio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Scorpios. I got two cousins that were Scorpio. There are Scorpios. I used to date Scorpios. So, shout out to Scorpios. Scorpios are cool. I'm lying like a mug. Most Scorpios I know are mean.
I'm not mean.
You seem really nice so far. So now, as Motormouth, since that was my introduction to you, outside being your friend on Facebook, which we had really no contact, but outside of you being Motormouth, I could tell that you have a sense of familiarity with exercising your vocal cords. So where did that all start for you? Because you've been in theater for just 2 years, but I know you've been singing for more than 730 days. So where did it start for you?
I've been singing. You know how most famous people will be like, I've been singing since I was 3 years old. That's actually the truth for me. So I grew up in church. My whole family sings, and my parents were in a quartet group. And
Come
I
on,
used
quartet.
to, yeah, I used to be at all the rehearsals and sing with them, even though I was like an honorary member. So I've been singing since I was little.
So it just seeped into. So it just basically seeped into your blood and your DNA. You know, singing.
Yeah.
You know, the crazy thing about that is I've been singing since I was 6 years old, and I really never liked singing from people. I tell people I can sing, but I'm not a singer
Yeah.
because singers can like sing in front of people. You know, just step in front of a crowd, be like, oh yeah, yeah. Not me. I hate it. I don't like singing in front of people. Now, if you ask me to spit, well, you know, it's on. You know, I got bars. I got bars, but singing. So, so what chapters groups would you say that you have been able to associate yourself with through your singing, other than the church choir?
What, like people?
Well, like, you know, were you part of any groups, high school chorus, Greek chorus Greek chorus in college, any of that?
No, I was only in like middle school and high school. I was in chorus, but as far as like being, I mean, I currently sing in other groups, gospel groups behind a couple of people now. But as far as like growing up, I would just sing around the house with my family and in chorus at school. That's it.
You're an alto, right?
That's arguable. I'm an alto and soprano.
Alto soprano, so you could go, right?
Something like that.
You know how hard it is for me to get my voice that daggone light. I got this deep, you know, barely voice, but yeah. So you've been on this theatrical journey for 2 years. When did the theatrical bug bite you and you decided to take your talents to the stage?
So about 2 years ago, my friend, Brianna Witherspoon, she actually was the one that was in a show. She was in Memphis in Winston, and she knew me for a while. And she called me and was like, hey, we need some more people. I need you to audition. And so I went in. I was cast as one of the ensemble people. And then that's when it all began.
So let me tell you, this is what I want to say about Memphis. F Memphis. That's what I say about Memphis.
Okay.
I say that because you're in it. She was in it. James Lil Jon, Big Ballhead was in it. I say that because I feel like Memphis was a really dope party that I didn't get to be a part of. So forget Memphis.
I mean, we did have fun. We did.
Just rub it in, why don't you?
I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know.
Do you know how long it's been since I've been in a Theater Alliance play? Who directed the play?
That was Jamie. I don't remember his last name.
Lawson. Jamie Lawson directed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I worked with Jamie Lawson in the musical before, back to the 80s. That was, sheesh, it was a long time ago. Long time ago. I had less hair and less weight and no braids. But yeah, the way Jamie runs the Theater Alliance is very inspirational because it's like, you know, he lives, eats, sleeps, breathes, and craps theater.
Yeah, he's always there. That's his life.
That is his life. You know, it's like he does his 9 to 5 and then it's on to the theater.
Yeah.
So doing Memphis, you were bitten by the bug, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that you like stopped and had a conversation with yourself and prayed about it and said, I think I want to continue to do this? Well, what made you decide? What made you continue to do it?
Well, actually, after Memphis, different people started reaching out and was like, "Hey, we need you to audition for this." And so that's kind of how my theatrical career has been going. A lot of the times people reach out and be like, "This would be a great role for you." And if I like it, I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Um, and other stuff like when I did Memphis in Greensboro, that was an audition, and Ghost in Greensboro at CTG. Those were both auditions that I did. And Heavenly Blues Jumpin' Jazz.
Now I want to talk about Heavenly Blues and Jumping Jazz in a minute, but first, so you did Ghost over at CTG.
Mm-hmm.
Was the Ghost that Jill Thornton was Molly in?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Jill Thornton. For a while, I was a theater dad. So you were you older May?
I was.
You were older May Brown?
Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience?
That was funny. Because generally that show is kind of a little slower. But when Oda Mae comes in, she's like the laughter of the show. And I really just got to be myself on stage. That was it. Like there was no technique whatsoever put into that character. That was just me being myself, responding how I probably would respond in real life if that thing kind of happened.
Well, that's a beautiful way to approach a role because I think that during character development, while you are mapping out the biography and the do's and don'ts of the character, owning it and stuff, you don't you would ask yourself, okay, if I, Adrian, or you, Rissa, mind if I call you Rissa?
Yes, that's fine.
Cool, Rissa. If I, Adrian, or you, Rissa, were in whatever situation, how would we react to it? And that helps humanize the character. Mm-hmm. One can look at the character of Oda Mae Brown and be like, well, hey, Whoopi Goldberg played it and won an Oscar for it, but you're not Whoopi Goldberg. So your approach to the role has to be different from Whoopi Goldberg's approach. Would you say it was vastly different?
Yeah. Yeah. So for that, all I did was I watched the movie again. And then I watched the original Broadway play. And just kind of combined it and then came to a conclusion that, well, I'm just going to be myself on stage. And that was it.
And that's what you found. And that's what you found from, doing your homework, right?
Yeah.
Nice. See, now I wish I would have saw that because, you and Jill, sheesh, both of y'all could sing your behinds off.
I love Jill.
Jill's dope. Sometimes, see, this is a podcast promoting Black art, but when I have a white friend who's like so dope that I got to get their house and wives and stuff, I relax the rules. She's one of those white people who I want to relax the rules for. So Jill, if you're out there and you're watching, bring your behind on my podcast.
Come on, Jill.
Dang it. Now. So Jumpin' Jazz. That's the name of it, Jumpin' Jazz?
Heavenly Blues and Jumpin' Jazz.
Well, they're one show or they're two separate shows?
No, it's one show.
That's a long daggone name. Hey, I'm going to see Heavenly Blues Jumpin' Jazz.
Yeah, it's a long name, but it's about how many of us was it? It was, I want to say about 7 of us, and we portrayed different jazz and blues, legendary jazz and blues singers. So I got to portray Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday? Oda Mae, dang it, are you like a female Chadwick Boseman? Billie Holiday, Oda Mae Brown, Motor Mouth. These are dynamic characters.
Yeah.
So, Lady Sings the Blues. What did you do to prepare for that?
Actually, now that was something that I did have to prepare for because me and Billie Holiday are not really the same.
Yeah.
But I did. I watched a lot of documentaries about her. I watched a lot of her performances, her live performances back in the day, and then like more recent towards when she passed. Um, I am a soprano, so I had to learn how, and I'm not a jazz singer, so I had to learn how to sing jazz. It wasn't hard. It was just getting the notes and things right. That was the most difficult music that I did have to learn. And then I had to portray, I had to be myself, but still portray and honor Billie Holiday in her music. So it was difficult because she had like a rough life. So getting into character for her, it was right after I did Ghost. So I had to come down. Yeah.
So it's like while Ghost was while you were more the comic relief in Ghost, and Heavenly Blues, Jasmine, Jumpin' Jazz, um, from what you're saying, sounds like you were more serious in that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So which one do you prefer, being serious or being funny?
Well, it's natural for me to go to comic relief because you can ask all of my friends. I just like to laugh. Like I like to have fun. Life is really serious right now. Everything that's going on in the world is very serious. So I like to, be funny and laugh. And I don't try to be funny. It's just facial expressions, things I may say. People will laugh, and I don't know.
You just being yourself.
Yeah, so being Oda Mae was really being me. So I do prefer to go the comic route.
See me, I like going the comic route. I do, but lately I've been preferring the more dramatic route because that is a stark um that is a stark divide from who I am as a person. I'm
Yeah.
naturally funny, which I'm pretty sure I've been having you laughing a lot over the past half an hour.
Uh-huh.
But I like to be in those roles that like really push me as an actor, and I
Yeah.
feel like as you grow more, you will want those roles as well.
Yeah. Cause I'm not knocking at playing Billie Holiday. It did stretch me. It stretched me vocally as well. Because like I said, I'm mostly a soprano. So singing jazz alto was like, woo. That was a whole nother beast, but it helped me in my regular singing. So now I hear notes that I would never have heard before singing in my everyday, life, singing behind people or anything like that. I hear different things. And so it helped build how I actually sing. So yeah, I loved it.
So while you were playing Billie Holiday and working on the character, how familiar did you get with Billie Holiday the person?
Um, Pretty familiar. I did a lot of research on her. I definitely watched her outfits. I figured out what was the reason of the flower. Like I was digging into her reason, her loving of dogs. So I tried to find, common ground between us. Like we both sing and we both love dogs. So, and her fashion and things like that. So I got really familiar with her.
When I think about Billie Holiday, my mind goes immediately to Lady Sings the Blues and Strange Fruit.
Yeah. Strange Fruit. That was, yeah.
Did you
That
learn
was,
Strange Fruit?
I didn't learn it. I know the song, but I didn't learn it because it wasn't in the show. So I didn't study that. I studied her heart behind the song, but I didn't study the song to perform it.
Okay. Who did you do the show with?
Her name is Robin McGee. I
Oh,
did,
Robin.
yeah.
I know her.
Yeah, she actually was the director for the show. It was also done at CTG. It just wasn't a CTG show.
So you did it at the Star Theater, but it was okay. Yeah. When I was in a play called Let the Church Say Amen, it was the same thing. We ran out Star Theater, but it was a CTG show.
Right.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. See, you actually played an actual living person in the. I mean, not a living person, but a person who actually existed.
Yeah.
In the 45 plays that I've done, I've never played anyone who's ever existed.
Well, yeah, it was hard.
Well, kudos to you because it sounds like you really went in and did your homework.
Yes, because the simple fact is that she actually existed on Earth, and people know her. So it's not like I could like create a Billie Holiday. No, I had to portray who she was and bring her spirit into the theater. So it was definitely like, okay, Riz, you got to calm down. You can't be funny. This is not funny. Nothing about her. Like, this is not a funny role. You have to, get there.
I found that for funny people, the best way to get into a dramatic role is, well, like comedians, right? They come from a when they are joking, they actually joke about some really, really sad, dark things. So they channel that into their acting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they get into a dramatic role. Tell me this, how were you able to calm yourself down?
Well, I honestly just thought about, so with the comedy, I think about how I would respond in everyday situations. With the dark that surrounded Billie Holiday, I definitely just tried to feel the emotions that she was singing in her songs. One with Strange Fruit, and then every other songs like Yellow Mellow, or the other songs that she had, was about heartache and different things that she went through with guys, and how she just wanted to be loved by men. And then, just thinking about her childhood and how she was 12 in a brothel. Like her mom was in like a whorehouse, like living there. And yeah, it was a lot of deep stuff that I was like, well, let me just put myself there. And how would I feel as a 12-year-old child being neglected by my mom or by my dad? Like, how would I feel in that moment? And yeah, it's some dark stuff.
Now, I've heard stories about actors who have went to that place, who have done that type of character preparation, needing therapy afterwards because they just went really deep and they lived in that space and they took some of that space back with them into their regular life. Did that happen to you?
No. Only because I do have a great support system and my family is very supportive. So like coming out of feeling abandoned by my family was very easy because I'm not. So I'm just one of those lucky people who have a family that supports me and that love me, and they push me with all my goals and things like that. So it was very easy to come out of the dark place of not feeling loved by anybody and not feeling good enough because my family tells me that I'm great. Not trying to be, boastful, but yeah, that's like my family supports me. So it was good to have a support system.
Hey, I mean, shoot, I don't know if you're familiar with the Breakfast Club, but they have a segment where they say, tell them how you're blessed. Go ahead, tell them how you're blessed.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing to have a support system. Be like, hey, mom, I'm going for a Tony. Okay, I look forward to watching you on. I look forward to watching you win that Tony.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom and dad, both of them, and my sister, like everybody is like, hey, we here. We can't wait to be there with you when you get your awards and stuff. So yeah.
You and my friend Tony Browley, y'all are both going to win an Oscar and a Tony in the same year.
Okay. Let's speak it.
I am. And I'm going to host the show.
Okay.
So, how did Hairspray come about?
Spring Theater. So, shout out to Spring, Aaron and Dan.
Air Dan, as I call them.
So I actually I had auditioned before COVID hit for Children of Eden.
Mm-hmm.
And I got cast in that. I got cast as Eve for Children of Eden. Thank you. But tragically COVID hit, and so they weren't able to do it. Then when they finally opened up the theater, they had the summer camp for They had Susical and Hairspray.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out and was like, okay, well, when are auditions and things like that? And, then they reached back out and was like, yeah, we would love for you to audition. And we went about that process, and then there I was.
Okay, so now we have hit. Now we have hit. I was looking out the window because, God is out there doing some stuff. We have hit the nitty gritty. Here's how we have hit the nitty gritty, because Hairspray is what put you fully on my radar. Okay. I've heard about you. I've seen you on social media, but this is where I was like, yo, I gotta form a connection with this woman. First of all, I don't know who did the makeup, but in that you definitely look like someone's mama. But you and your natural self, I want to put you past 22.
Well, thank you. Well, I did the makeup, and a woman named Dwan, she did all of the costuming for the show. So all of the clothes and stuff, that was all her. The wig looked completely different, but I just had to do a little something because I was like, I'm not walking out there with my hair like right here. So I had to. So you seen it pinned up. That was because I did that part and all of the makeup.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, you totally look like someone's mama in the 1960s. Now, you and your regular self. Yeah. So tell me this. So, Hairspray was so layered of a piece that I do remember when Dan and Aaron, shout out to them again. I'm giving them they said, okay, side note, they said this during their 24-hour pajama party, and I would like to reiterate that. They said that I said that they are my two favorite white people. And Brandon Hicks's reaction to that was priceless. Now, I am here to say about that. I am here to clarify. Them saying that me said that they're my two favorite white people, that's 100% true. Absolutely. I'm sorry. Yo, if you're white, love you, but yo, Aaron Durr, Dan Beckman, yeah, they're my two favorite white people. Now, back to Hairspray. Hairspray was so layered of a piece that Dan, during the current speech, was encouraging everybody to go home and have conversations about it. I did not see the movie, though it had Queen Latifah, Amanda Bynes, and John Travolta looking ugly AF in it. I didn't see the movie, but I knew it was a dope musical and stuff. So I was like, okay, let me go check it out. And then I saw you. What character work went into becoming Motormouth?
Honestly,
I breathe hard for that one.
Yeah, so honestly, the character building for that I did was I had already seen the movie, the Queen Latifah movie, not the original. I still haven't seen the original. I just looked up little clips of the original movie, and then I do a lot of like watching movies and things like that when I do my research. So I watched the original Broadway play, and watched the original Motormouth. And then I watched the live version that they did with Jennifer Hudson and Ariana Grande that they did on TV. So I watched all of those people do Motormouth, and then I just kind of threw myself in there. I went more with the original Broadway and Jennifer Hudson with sort of a little bit of Queen Latifah thrown in there. So they're each in different parts of my Motormouth. And then I just tried to be somebody's mom because I don't have any children. So I just tried to be like what I would be as an older mom. And thinking about my child being out there, or thinking about the things that I've been through and that our people, our culture have gone through in the 60s. It was a sad time. It wasn't great for Black people. So
how did you feel about the arc of the story? How did you feel about that arc of the story? You know, knowing that it took place in the 60s at a time when segregation was rampant, and you know, blacks and whites couldn't really be in the same space.
Well, this wasn't my first time playing in a play that was the focal point, because Memphis, it was very segregated. So it was easy for me to get into the character. I just thought back to Memphis because I'm not a person that, you know, hates people. So it was easy for me to just get into the character because Motormouth doesn't hate anyone. She's very loving. Yeah, she's very loving. She's like a mother to everyone, and she wants everybody to have fun. And she's like, listen, I know where we come from. I know where we are now, but I know what I see for the future of us. And I know what I want for the future and for my kids to go through, and to not go through what I went through. So that's really where I was, actually, because I know even though we're kind of far, we're not kind of far currently where we are right now as a culture.
So during this, so I'm like, how can you write a play during the 60s, involve Black people, and not have any Black Panthers up in there, yo?
Yeah. Well, that's because it wasn't in the original film. Right. So the Broadway musical was taken from the actual film that came out, I want to say in the 80s, with Ricky Lake playing Tracy, and it wasn't a musical at first. Yeah, it was just a straight play. I mean, a straight movie.
So Ricky Lake, I think Ricky Lake, and I just think of a talk show that, you know, I would watch when I'm bored when I was little. So while the performance was just off the charts, it was incredible. I loved it. I loved it so much that I just looked at you and I said, yeah, I gotta get her on my podcast. See what happens when you put affirmations out there. But tell me this, what do you think about the story of Hairspray, seeing it as layered and dynamic as it was? I mean, as it is, actually.
The underlying story is what's happening. Like, it's very relevant. It's a good show. The story itself needs to be told, and it needs to be combed through with a fine-tooth comb, because people need to be more aware of how, even though, like, we have some people that are like, yeah, you know, like, why can't we all, you know, rock together? But then you still have some that's like, yeah, no, that's not how it's done. That's not how it's supposed to be. We need to stay like this. So the story needs to be told. It needs to be, you know, pick more people, like Dan said, more people need to actually have the conversation. And not just look at the great, you know, the funny parts of the play. People need to look at why the play is important.
True. Would you like to know something? There's a couple of places that I thought about that disturbed me a little bit.
Okay.
number one, the writer. I don't know the writer's name, but black people seem to be a little bit stereotyped in that.
In Hairspray, yes.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so we're being stereotyped. But one thing that really bothered me was I forgot the name of the seaweed. Is that his name?
Seaweed.
When he hooked up with Tracy's best friend,
Penny.
yeah, Penny, and said, "I came from the ghetto and I saw nothing with black people. I never thought I'd meet a girl like you." Like, what? So you are stepping up. So you have stepped up in your social class because now you hooked up with a white girl? Seriously? That's what it sounds to me.
Well, in that aspect, you have to look at the time period.
Right?
You have to think about in the 60s, it was taboo for somebody to be in an interracial relationship. And so you might have looked at that like, oh snap, I'm on the come up, but I also got to beware. Like I got to be leery because them boys might come after me. So you have to take a step back then, because right now it's more accepted than it was. But you have to think about the time period then in the 60s. In the 60s, that was taboo. You're not about to see people of black and white together on a regular and not hear about it on the news.
Very true. Very true. Very true. But, I think that someone should take it, do the fine tuning, do the pressing, do the curling and whatnot, and update it. Update it to where the world's at today. Because the racial conversations are still happening.
Yeah.
There's a lot more social tolerance and integration happening now than back then.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's a conversation that would make a dope musical.
I think that would be a great new musical. Hairspray stays true to the time period that it was in, unless they did a new version like Hairspray 2.0 or something like that, or just create a whole nother musical that is more integrated, that is more current, that is more up to date, and then that's fine.
Yeah, definitely. But overall, like I said, like I told Aaron and Dan, I saw Chicago, and like I told Chad, I saw Chicago on Broadway. Cost me $100. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. I was like, yo, I could have just stayed home for this.
Yeah.
But y'all's performance, it blew me away. It got me wanting to be back in the musical. I want to do another musical. I don't like singing in front of people, but dang it, I'll teach myself to love it. I gotta be another musical.
Well, hey, I think if you keep up with the musical theater world in North Carolina, you have Dreamgirls coming up pretty soon. So I'm sure you might want to go out for that.
I'll only go out for it if you're there.
I mean, I've gotten a couple of people that have asked if I was going to audition. I think I might go ahead and audition for Dreamgirls. I do love the show, so why not?
Rissa, you're breaking up a little bit. Oh. Okay, you're back.
Okay.
Can you repeat that again? Take 2. Action.
Okay. I said, well, Dreamgirls, a lot of people have asked me if I was going to do it, so I'll think about it.
So what? So you have been in a ton of musicals. Sounds like your entire stage career has been musicals. Do you have any like straight plays that you have in mind that you have your eyes on?
Honestly, I haven't. I've been so wrapped up in musical theater that I haven't seen any straight plays in a long time. So, if I was to see one that I was interested in, then yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. But it's rare to find a lot of straight plays right now.
Yeah, you want to know what was my first? You want to know what was my first step out of the musical theater? Because I've done a lot of musicals myself. You want to know what was my first step out of musical theater into straight plays? To Kill a Mockingbird was.
Mm.
Yeah, you want to talk about racial pieces? Woo! Yeah, I was with Reverend Sykes.
Oh, okay.
I was doing this. Miss Jean Louise, stand up. Your father's passing. Yeah. When the play was over, I cried, yo. You ever cried when the show was over?
Not for the reason of the play, but for like the camaraderie amongst the cast members, yes.
Me too. Me too. It's like, see, this is the theater of the world. You know, you form a family, a beautiful, solid family for 2 months. After 2 months, 3 months if it's a musical, but if it's a straight play, it'll be like a month, 2 months, and then after that, it's all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what is there any particular musicals that you have your eyes on?
That are in Broadway. I really want to do The Color Purple. I would like to do I love Hamilton and Waitress. Those I love those.
Who are the characters that you want to be in Color Purple and Hamilton?
Well, of course, I would want to be Celie in The Color Purple.
I want to be Mister, but I want to slap you around.
But I think it would be good. I would be able to play something, a little different from normal.
I want to slap you.
I'm sure it would be stage slapping, so that's different from a real slap.
Okay, I'll be like, Mr. Director, I do not want to slap this beautiful black woman. Absolutely not. I am not Ike Turner.
Right. That would be a good show to do too, Tina.
Oh look. I'm never playing Ike Turner, yo. Never, ever. I'm sorry. Lawrence Fishburne just,
people still don't like him. Because he played such a good part.
I had to watch Boys in the Hood 3 times. I had to watch Cornbread Earl and Me. I had to watch The Matrix. I had to watch daggone Superman. And Superman sucked. I had to watch a bunch of. I had watched Lawrence Fitz. I had to watch Othello. Othello didn't work because he choked the woman in that too. I'm like, Lawrence Fishburne, come on, man.
Yeah, a lot of people still they look at him and be like, ugh.
But he was acting. He was playing a role, yo.
He fulfilled the assignment. Okay.
And the sad thing is, the actual real Ike Turner is a musical genius. He is credited as the founder of rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah, but he only got, just like Tina. I watched that documentary about Tina Turner, how she retired recently, and she was just like, all my life, the Ike and Tina story has been following me, and I'm just tired.
That's sad, yo. That's sad. When I watch What's Love Got to Do with It, I legit get pissed. I be wanting to like jump into the TV and slap the light skin off of Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Take it to Boys in the Hood.
Well, I mean, I think she did a wonderful job of fighting in the limo. So.
The limo scene, 2 things. Number 1, it scares me because I'm like, yo, I hope I never make a woman that mad to where she kicked me in my nuts. But you know, the way she just boom punched me in the jaw. I mean, he won the fight, but man, she fought back and she got some good ones in.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And then she took off running across the freeway.
She did. She did. Here's actually one tie-in I have to what the movie What's Love Got to Do with It. Well, two things. Number one is my cousin's favorite movie. Number two, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney that played her butthole sister.
Mm-hmm.
I actually met her once.
Oh.
Yeah, she was really nice.
She was nice?
Yeah, I met her because she came and did some type of motivational speech at the Black Theater Festival.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her the same day that I met Ralph Carter, dude who played Michael Evans in Good Times.
Ah, yes. Good people.
Oh yeah, that's the dope thing about the Black Theater Festival. You get to meet really cool people. So, who do you want to play in Hamilton?
Most people would say Angelica, but I would like to play Eliza.
Eliza.
Yeah.
If I was to ever be in Hamilton, you know, I got my problems with Hamilton, but if I was to ever be in it, I would like to play Aaron Burr because I love Wait For It. Wait For It is like
that's one of my favorites.
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. Yeah, I love that song. And Waitress, I will assume that you want to play the role that I don't know the music like that, but I know that Anika Noni Rose originated it. You want to play her role, right?
Yes.
Right. So tell me this: how? See, I was about to ask you how do you get in the character, but you just said how you got into these different characters. So I don't have to ask you that. I will ask you though. Are there any particular techniques that you apply to every performance? You said that you take off your glass. You said that you take off your glasses so you won't see anybody, right?
Right. So other than that, the other technique I use is memorizing my lines. I go through a lot of paper, but I'm like kind of old school a little bit. I write all of my lines down. Every day, just about. I try to.
Rissa?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, the rain has you sound like a robot.
Oh, can you hear me now? Uh-oh, we lost you. Well, hey, people of the ADQ world. If you can see me, I guess I'm on here alone. Didn't know. I'm sure he will be back in a few moments. But yes, more about me. I do want to play the waitress role. I want to play the Kiala Settle role. I'm saying I didn't plan it, which was just sang by Miss Nicole J. Which is Brianna Witherspoon's mom, at One Night Only with Brianna Witherspoon, an evening with Brianna Witherspoon. She completely killed the song. You guys should look her up, Miss Nicole J. And Eliza, like I just said, I want to play Eliza in Hamilton. And I just want to sing Burn, and then the final song that she sang on Hamilton. And just trying to wait for him to come back. So I can sing a song. I can start singing Hairspray. Not Hairspray, but I know where I've been on Hairspray. Let's see. There's a light in the darkness, though the night is black as my skin. There's a light burning bright, showing me the way. But I know where I've been. Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're all right. It's probably the storm that's coming through.
I told you that might happen.
Yeah, it's probably the storm that's coming through because it
probably is.
It's coming down out there. Yeah, it's coming down out there.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It sounds like it. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to wrap this up because it's messing with our internet feeds.
Okay.
Unless you think we can power through it. What do you think?
Probably so. I'm hearing it. It's coming down out there.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not out there.
Me neither.
Now let me check out some of these comments because I'm seeing some comments. Let's see. Otis said absolutely is something. I don't know what. Shout out to Otis Simpson. Hope he's enjoying his vacation. Vanessa, haven't seen you in a long time. What's up, Vanessa? Aaron Durst said, love this woman. Hi,
Aaron.
Bryson, happy birthday. Yeah, sometimes I call her the salt of the dirt. You know the phrase salt of the earth? Great.
You said the songs of the earth?
But no, the salt of the earth?
Yes.
I call her the salt of the dirt.
Oh my gosh.
So let's see. So let's see. What was I about to say? You mentioned that you would like to get into TV and film one day, right?
Yes.
Kind of like a lead type musical or straight series where you're standing from the camera and you are acting like this. You're not doing anything.
No, I want to be in like straight. When it comes to TV, I wouldn't mind doing like, you know how J Hud and Beyonce did Dreamgirls. I wouldn't mind doing stuff like that, or like how they did What's Love Got to Do With It, or The Temptations, or anything like that. But I really want to be on like in TV, a TV series, or in movies.
I be forgetting that Beyonce and J Hud were actually in the thing together. Yeah. It's just I am such a Beyonce hater that I block out most of what he does.
Okay. I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's before Lemonade came.
I don't want the Beehive to come after me, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
I like Black is King. Black is King was dope.
Yeah.
Black is King. Sometimes when I watch Black is King, I'm like, dang, this is bad. This is like church. Speaking of church, you're a spiritual woman, right?
I am.
What's your favorite scripture?
That's hard to ask somebody who actually like reads the whole Bible. But I actually have a ring right here. My ring right here. It says Proverbs 9
I
and
thought it was
10.
your wedding ring.
No, I'm not married.
Hold
No.
up, let's see what Proverbs 9 and 10 says. This episode of ADQ's Renaissance is brought to you by people who are sane enough not to be podcasting during a storm. Oh, dang. Ooh, woo, whoa. Tie my bow tie, retie my bow tie. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One results in good judgment. Oh, she sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh my.
Pray for me, Uncle.
Oh my gosh. Hey y'all. Oh, he left again. I'm sure the storm. Sorry guys for the technical difficulties. I'm sure the storm is it's coming down kind of hard out there, everyone. Hey Aaron. Hey T. Hey Dukes. Love you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, there are 3 spots.
The storm does not want me to be awesome, so we're gonna start to wrap it up. Hold up. First, let's look at these let's look at these comments real quick. They're saying sing, Rissa.
Yeah, when you kind of left the first time, I started singing something.
Oh, you want to sing? All right, go ahead, sing. Go ahead.
No. It was only because we didn't have. No, it's only because you wasn't here, so I just needed something to do.
I can't hear you. Go ahead, sing. Do your thing.
No, that wasn't what I was doing. No. Oh my goodness. You guys, where was I at? Okay, I can start over. Or I can sing something else.
Okay. What?
Huh?
So what?
Nothing.
Okay, we're going to bring it to an end because the rain is tripping and not letting us be dope.
Okay.
But Rissa.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, first of all, I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties.
It's okay. It's the rain's fault. It's okay. It's the storm. It's the storm. So you guys, if he cuts out, then just know we're gonna end the show. Love all of you guys. I don't know. Oh, it's just me again. Okay. What's another song? We just did Salty Teardrops and One Night Only with Brianna Witherspoon. My favorite singer is Patti LaBelle.
I'm here.
We all good. We all good.
Normally before I go out, I ask my guests, how can people get in touch with them? Mm-hmm. So if you possibly can, how can people hit you up for All right, Lord, I'm about to shut it down. Sheesh. How can people get in contact with you for features, for acting, all that? How can people get in contact with you?
You can actually go on my Facebook page, Morrissa Ravenell. That's my first name right there. And you can go on there and you can inbox me, or you if you want to look at content, or if you want to follow my Instagram page at soprano_songstress29. That is me. And you can follow for any updates on everything that I do, singing and acting wise.
Okay, so the rain is not allowing us to finish this podcast, but we are going to finish at a later date if she will come back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a later non-rainy day, all right?
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in. I'm
Bye, people. Love you guys. Bye, everyone.